Okay, I know. Before we even start, I'm back on Blitz, and I've been back for about 2 weeks now. And as you see, these 2 weeks have been very filled with goodness. And as you see, I got the turtle MK crap, as most people call it now. Because honestly, I really haven't gotten a bad impression about it yet because I've only played one game in it. But oh no, it deleted it. Well, I got 10 crates, and as y'all know, the drop chance is 4%. I went into it, and I don't have a screenshot, unfortunately. But I got the turtle MK1, and I was like, whoo, nice. And then next crate, again, I got it again. That's why I have still so many credits. Yeah, it's awesome. And I even maxed out all the equipments and stuff on it. Now, I'm not going to really do much of an intro, but I am going to say this. This is going to be my intro. I'm back for good, but there's a condition. I will not be coming back to the NA server, except to do videos. I won't play on the NA server. I won't do anything on the NA server. I will be on only to do videos. This is now my main account. I refuse to come back to the NA server for one reason. The toxicity levels, they're too much. I can't handle it. The NA server is just too freaking much in terms of toxicity. I'm done. If you hear that, that's just cats fighting in the background. I'm outside right now because I want to be outside a little bit before it starts to rain. Yeah, it's Oklahoma weather for you. Anywho, I got the tank, and first battle in it, I did the most damage I've ever done in a tier 8 tank. Yes, I even beat my record that I set in the T28. Super heavy tank destroyer. Hope you enjoy this because it's a good one. I will do a short review after to kind of show you what the tank's about. And yes, this was the last battle I did. And as you see, we're on the Asia server. So the teams are like the NA server, except there's a lot more rerolls. There's a lot actually more veteran players. So the teams are actually more balanced. If you want to go anywhere for a decent game, to where you have decent teams and decent players, go to the NA server. Well, not the NA server, sorry. The Asia server. And you might actually find some very nice people. Anywho, as you see, I can't remember. This is Falls Creek, I believe? Yes, it's Falls Creek. Anywho, we're on Falls Creek, and of course, I'm going the medium light tank route because this tank really isn't the quickest. And it wouldn't be good to go the heavy route because I really don't have the armor to hold up against heavy penetration. So of course I'm going medium side, and my mediums don't follow. So I'm struggling here already. I do get an early spot on the Leo, and as soon as I do, I back up in fear of the TDs. Because as you've all heard from Droodles and everything else, the armor really isn't that great. The gun is fantastic, being over 2,700 base DPM. Now that did bounce, but hold up when we get out of sniper mode here, hopefully. Actually, I'll just show you the armor in a minute after the review and stuff, but I wanted to get a shot on the Leo before he died, but I don't get that opportunity because he dies. Now the T44 makes the mistake of thinking I had a bad DPM, but I don't. With a 6.7 second reload, you have a very good DPM. In fact, this is the strangest alpha in the game right now. Most people are like, oh, it's the Leos at 290. Actually, it's not so strange with a 300 and a 300 and a 280. It's right dead center. Whereas this tank has a 330 alpha gun. That's new. New tank, new gun, new way to play. Well, your armor got kind of buffed here. Actually, no, sorry, nerfed here. It got, by nerfed, I mean like railed. Like the tank's armor is now mediocre. Like say, the T25-2s? No, not T25-2. The T25AT. How it used to be before the buff that it received. It used to just have mediocre armor. This tank is that in a nutshell, except it's slow, and the only thing you really can say that this thing has is a gun. Like, a very good gun. I don't switch ammo types. Don't switch ammo types. I don't. I think I barely missed like 1 or 2 shots here. I don't even switch to an HE shell for the stir, because the penetration along with the DPM, along with the alpha, make this tank very, very viable. It makes it a very dangerous tank. And most people are surprised by that because they're like, oh, this tank doesn't seem viable. Wrong. And I realize there's a Tiger to my right at the other side, and I've already done 3,000 damage. Let's just say I'm about to do 3,000 more. This tank has the DPM that can handle stuff like this, and the IS, the stock guy, does manage to get a good penetration. The T-25 too on the enemy team. This is why I said the teams were actually kind of balanced. He's a reroll, an actual reroll. This is me switching servers entirely, so it's not technically a reroll. So, as you see, I'm hitting my shots, and the gun just works. It just works. So, hold up. Hey, Bella, what you doing? Good girl. Yeah, as I said, I put my dog's food up, so I've got to go get it for her. And, yeah, your gun hits. And it hits like a brick to the face. You will hit most of your shots if you aim. Oh, stop it. Jesus Christ. But yeah, the tank is very, very nice in terms of guns. And as you see, the alpha can actually get there. Woo! 387 alpha on that shell. That was very nice. Now the Stir Emil is about to go down. Tiger P does take it down, but then immediately gets taken out. And I'm alone against a Tiger 1 and a T-25 2. Let's just say this Tiger 1 should have hit me at least twice. But instead, he's gonna bounce. No, he doesn't even fire. And I know, T-25 2 is coming up from behind. So I'm struggling to deal with this T-25 2, who's got, as we all know, good DPM. We know what his DPM's like. So I'm pushing him. I'm struggling to get him to force down his gun. And I finally do. But as you see, armor's not the best. The armor, it's not the best. But as you just seen, the gun, all of that irrelevant. Really does. Because you have 330 alpha with a 6.7 second reload and around a 3,000 DPM. Not a base DPM. You have around a 2,700 base DPM. But you have a really good gun. And as you see, it was a carry and a half because my team wasn't very good. This guy did work. And that IS wasn't... See, look. He's a pretty good player. I'm not even going to lie that one. But the rest of his team was kind of like my team. They weren't the best. The IS-3 did way better than he probably should have. But the rest of his team did nothing. My team pretty much did nothing. But you didn't see me whining about it. I played, and I only missed one shell. And the other shell that didn't go through just bounced. It just bounced. That happens. IS-3, Russian Bliet, Suka, yeah. This was the shot I missed. The rest of these, there was no missing. It was me just running through these guys. I know what this is. But as you see, it's a good tank with a good gun. But that 152 millimeters of armor kind of goes out the window when you consider the lower plate here is weak, and this little upper plate that's kind of flat towards the gun mantlet is very weak too. The slanted part's really nice. The upper part is weak as hell. And not only along with that, you have a cupola. Like, I would not be surprised to see this thing be buffed within the next few updates. I wouldn't be surprised. The armor may get buffed a little bit. Not gonna lie. Because it's a premium, they may buff it to where people actually buy it. But I like it so far. It's pretty nice. 6,200 damage first game. I'll take it. But the selling point for me. The selling point of this whole tank is not even the armor. It's the gun. 232 millimeters penetration. On the standard. Doesn't seem that good. 263. That's nice. It'll go through anything. 54 on the HE. That's pretty nice. You have 330, 280, and 430 alpha. Very nice. You have 20 degrees of elevation, meaning you can hit stuff right above you, and you have 10 degrees of gun depression. That's nice. Your concealment rating isn't the best, but with 2,939 damage per minute, great accuracy ratings of 0.310 at the dispersion and 3.3 with the aim time. You really don't have to really aim that hard because you'll pretty much hit and you will pen 90% of the time. The engine power is not the best at only 880, and your top speed being at 20 is terrible, and your power to weight ratio for such a high horsepower tank being only at 14.7. Yikes. The hurl turn ratio isn't bad at 34.7. That's actually better than a lot of tanks like this. But don't expect much. Now, the camo rating of the tank, like I said, excuse that, it isn't the best. Like, where's the camo rating here? 37 while stationary. That's a lot better than I expected from a big old tank like this. 21 while moving, meaning in a bush, behind the bush, moving. After you fire, 21%. While you're stationary firing behind a bush, that probably presents itself, instead of 8, it's about like 29. With it stationary, while moving behind a bush, probably like 45. Behind a bush, stationary, probably about 56%. Meaning half your shells, meaning half the time, they'll be 100 meters away and they won't see you. Half the time. Or over half, sorry. But like I said, the tank's not bad. I kind of agree with Meadsy, and I do agree with Pantaflu. The tank, it was over-nerfed. They over-nerfed it. It became kind of crap, but the gun is still a pretty nice selling point. Do I think you should get the tank for the crates that I did? Probably not. But I wanted the tank to see if I could do pretty good in it. And as you see, I probably had the Hall of Fame in it. And when I get the chance, I'll send it to somebody. But as of right now, I do agree that this is a very, very, very difficult tank to play and isn't for the newer players. So I don't suggest getting it or trying the crates to get it. 4% drop chance, very hard to get. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you press the like button, because right now I am back, and I am back for good on the Asia server. If you want to come to the Asia server and hang out with me, probably create a clan with me, that's fine. I will do it. Have any questions about the tank in the comment section, please don't be afraid to ask. And I will, oh, I forgot to do the HP. It has 1400. With the HP boost, which I'm not going to use because I want that little extra armor on those little 2 plates, is around 1400. Very nice. Very nice HP for such a big tank at this tier. You have the same HP as the M4A1 Reveliers. Anywho, hope y'all liked the video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Like I said, ask a question. If you want to send a replay to me, titanmuslim56@gmail.com. But I will not probably post it for a while because I have been busy this summer quite a bit, which is kind of the reason I haven't really posted a video in like a month and a half, because I've been working every day from Monday to Friday, and I really don't have time off to myself on the weekends. Anywho, I'll talk to you later, and please enjoy yourselves, because this was a very nice game on my part. Have a nice day, guys.